and welcome to another episode, the first episode of Gold Rush UK 2019. It's March the 3rd and we're in England today prospecting a river that I have done before. There is gold here, it's very hard to find and the river looks quite high as well. We're also expecting a storm later on called Storm Freya, so I may have to get out of here pretty quickly. I've got a few pans in here, some crevicing tools and my little suction pump, and it'll be a couple of hours today just to get myself back into the swing of things for all you guys out there. I think that you're expecting a video for gold panning, and I think you've had one too many bike riding videos recently. But we've got some new equipment for this year. We've got quite a big pinch bar to move some rocks if we need to do, and also, just bear with me, we've got one of these little things to help give you some more dimension to the shots and the videos. It's a cracking piece of kit. I love it, you know, playing with that you can get lost playing with this all day rather than panning for gold. So anyway, let's have a look around and I'll give you an idea of what the ground's like here. First of all, the water's flowing from that way, that direction, that's downstream. I am on a bit of a terrace here. Now Vogus did comment on one of my videos when I was around here, and he mentioned about potential terraces and little bench deposits, because obviously here, this is a section where the river will have run at one point a few thousand years ago, but it had been a lot of digging, but it's still a good point and maybe one day worth proving. And just looking around, you can just see where you've lots of plastic actually today. The river's been very high. There was a storm, was it Storm Desmond a few years ago? That's why you've got all this debris up here. It was really pumping. So just have a look around here again. You can see bits of grass, dried grass. There you go. So obviously here, where I am standing now, if there is gold in this river, and there is, but there's not a lot of it, it could be up here. There's a tree here, there's all kinds of junk in there, debris. And that, there it could be a point for even black sands, just little heavies to settle. So we're right now down next to the water's edge. He's in there having a paddle, God knows why, because it is quite cold. And I'll give you a look around behind me there. You can see, so if the river's angry, right now I would be drowning. Simple as that. And where we are on this river here, it's more like a mudstone that's forming the bedrock. The geology does change to limestone as well in this area, so that can be good bedrock to trap gold. But the trouble here is you're not finding lots of it together. You're going to find one diddy speck maybe in a potential area like over there, just somewhere where it's in a negative pressure point. You know all this anyway, you guys who watch this stuff, and you've got to just work in the cracks. But you know, be mindful of the area, don't be damaging things, and just take your time, be patient. I may come here today and I may find nothing, and that is prospecting for you. I don't want to sound like Jeff Williams, but you already know that, don't you? Just looking around here, there's your angle of slope. There's lots of little channels here that are cutting across the old bedrock here. So even like there, potentially that could be a gold trap. Maybe on other rivers, that would be a super location to try and find gold. On this one, just a prospect, it'd be worth just getting in there, scraping out, and just seeing what is there. As you can see, it runs off down that channel. Just having a look at more of this rubbish and material in the trees. I'm now getting the camera, which is probably maybe 6.5, 7 foot high, and look where the river is. So this river can get angry, it does get angry, and it will move heavy particles. Again, I do suspect that all the gold here, it may have come from one of the ice sheets from the Ice Age. I think there were 3 ice sheets that came across the UK, and it will have pushed a lot of stuff down from the Lake District or Scotland or wherever. I don't think there's any natural occurring veins here that are going to be exposing gold. I could be wrong, but I can't find any reports about that. Although I know just down there, and I've shown that on the previous video, there are veins in the rocks. Any vein has potential. Okay, I found a spot now that I want to prospect, and one, it's safe for the dog, safe for me, I can put my equipment on the embankment there, that's okay. And what I'm interested in at the moment, I'm just interested in things like this here. Nice little bit of bedrock, and we have got things dropping out. That's a little bit compressed in there. You know, it's been forced in. Not terribly. That is worth having a look at. Again, I'm going to keep stressing, don't expect me to find nuggets. In fact, if I find a speck of gold today, I'll be lucky. If anything, maybe lead fishing weights. But this is where I look. I'm not bothered about digging big holes today. I just want to mooch about. I've got a couple of hours, and this is a likely spot that could have potential. If I'm off the gold line, I'm off the gold line. So the only test pans I'll be doing will be little crevicing test pans across this area. If there's a gold line, it could be here, it could be there, it could be way over there. So let's get some equipment out and give things a go. I've got one nice bar there, put my litter away. That's one nice bar to do. Moving some rocks maybe. I do carry a lot of tackle normally, so that's my rucksack with my food in, my butties, dog food. A couple of gold pans, black, green, and a classifier. He thinks it's dinner time and he can wait. I've always got a small pinch bar, that always comes in handy. That is a must-have. I recommend you get one of them if you are a prospector. 100% guaranteed to help you out. A few little shovels, metal ones, plastic ones, and I've got a ton of homemade, you know, spoons, scrapers. I mean, that'll get into little crevices, that thing. Some have broke, some need repairing, but yeah, in general, odds and sods to help me get into the places. Right, and sorry, one more thing. That's what you need, snuffer bottle. Right, enough talking, let's go and prospect. Okay, this is really good news. I've got a small fleck of gold in there, and it is from this river. I'm just really chuffed about that because I found it on my first prospecting sample. So let's get the camera mounted on the pan and I'll show it you. So yeah, we've got black sands appearing. In fact, there's quite a lot of gold there. There's some nice little specks. This camera won't show them all up, but there's your black sand, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 very, very small pieces. You won't see them, but that piece there is my first little speck of English gold for the season. I'm really impressed. Looks like there's little garnets there as well. Well, yeah, excellent. That's a good start. I'm proper happy about that. I mean, it's not much to write home about, but that's English gold. I've found it. That's all you're out to do. Prospect and see if it's there. Okay, we've got a second pan here. There's nothing in it. Some black sand, that's about it. Right, that's my third pan, and I think we've come to an end on that bit of bedrock. We found a fishing weight, which is always a good sign to indicate that the heavies want to settle there. There probably was a very small speck in there, but you won't see it. Maybe there. There's that a piece. No, it's too light. But what I've got to do next is go through the snuffer bottle. Now in there we could have some good stuff in there, because that's all the bits that were at the bottom of everything, so we'll clean that out and then we'll get a bite to eat. Well, it's what I expected. If there's anything in there, it's super small. There's the lead weight, and possibly the smallest speck there. There's something shiny there, and maybe there. So I'll snuffer all that up, maybe a little diddy piece there. The idea though now is to get all that. If I get all them little pieces there, put them in the snuffer bottle, and at the end of the day, when it's all together, it might look better, but there's a couple of diddy specks. This boy behind me wants his dinner, don't you? He's telling me, get that other pan out and put my biscuits in it, aren't you? The storm's not come in yet, but when it comes in today, we could have 80-mile-an-hour winds, so I'll get a quick bite to eat and find another section over here. Is it in there? Right, they're mine. That's yours. Good boy. Oh, that's good. Okay, we're on minestrone soup with crab sticks and Thousand Island dressing. That's good, that. Yours good, lad. Mine's good. So, what's been happening in the gold panning world in the UK? Let me have a think. DMT stuff. He's back on it now, and he's got his channel like reinvented. He's got new theme tunes, soundtracks. It's really good. He's giving lots of good advice. I recommend DMT stuff. He's also selling equipment online, some good stuff. Who else have we got in mind? Stu's Island Gold. He's got started really early on for Scotland as well. He's always finding gold now on his river. He's doing really well. Pirate Dredger, I don't know what's happening next, pal. But I know you'll be somewhere at some point lurking in a little river. What's up? Wait, stay there. Stay there. You alright? And what I might do this year, I might just take like the Gold Rush thing, the Gold Rush UK thing a bit more further afield. if I can get some time, I'll try and get out and you know, get to new places really and see where the gold might be in the UK. It's easier said than done, so bear with me, and if I can do it, I will. I'll get out there and I'll, if you've got some spots you want me to have a look at, I might do. I might just pop along. Okay, the rain's coming in now. It's on the air, it's quite a lot actually. I think some of these trees here give me a little bit of a cover, but it's going to come in. So I'll make this my final little crevice. It's about 2 o'clock, 2:30. I've had my dinner, he's had a walk. I don't want to get caught out in the rain. It's going to rain heavily and we've got strong winds coming, so it's indicating now it's time to, you know, wind it up. It's my first day out prospecting this year. It's been a good day out. I've enjoyed playing with the drone. Love my little drone there. Got some footage of kayakers, that's always good fun. Right, so this is the little crevice I want to work now. I'll quickly go through it. Any loose rock, is that loose? Some of it's loose. We'll go through that. I might be off the goal line, but we'll give it a go. We've worked most of that crevice out now, and again, I've not emptied the snuffer bottle, but there's some diddy pieces in there. That's interesting. Right, yes. Now then. Possibly a piece there. Small piece there. Maybe there. Looks like something wiry there, that's heavy. Got some black sands. So, possibly 1 piece, 2 pieces, and maybe there. So that's good. Right, what's that? Nah, it's not. I thought for a minute, hey up. That looked interesting for a second, but it's not that good. Yeah, I think that's just a piece of lead. I can't see anything else in the pan. Maybe a little speck of something here. We'll snuff that up anyway, just to maybe over there. So we'll have a look later on. Let's have a look what we've accumulated today. It's not a lot, I knew that. I expected there to be just bits and bobs. And now we've come to this secret river in England today, the north of England, and you can see a little piece there. There's a lot of very fine stuff there, mixed in with the black sand and maybe that little bit of lead. So when I get home, I will take a nice little photograph of this fine stuff, but I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, that's us done for the day. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and until the next time. But welcome back to my channel for gold prospecting and gold panning for 2019.